Hi, it's been a minute, and welcome to Unarticulate podcast. We
It
decided
has
to
been a minute.
we decided to throw the glasses and adopt sunglasses indoors. Hi, that's Cody, indoor
Yeah,
sunglasses and all, and I'm Erica, and this is Unarticulate.
that
And
is
what are
us.
you? What are you here for? You're here for shenanigans and nonsense and storytelling and sometimes roasting of each
Mm,
other by accident. And
mm-hmm.
I almost said the Urban Decay word of the day, the
Word.
the Urban Dictionary word of the day. I'm gonna turn myself down really quick because I think I'm a little loud. So yeah,
So yeah.
welcome back after our week away. I hope that you're caught up. I hope that you had a good week and that your ear holes are happy. Yeah.
hmm
So what are you up to? Sunglasses inside.
I also threw the blue lights over them, so now I'm like ultimate protection.
I'm a little confused by this, but okay.
I mean, it can't look that bad. It does look that
It
bad. All
looks a little
right. Well,
crazy.
yeah. All right. Well, it's fine. Well, to start off, because actually these sunglasses are here. Um, I've always had like brow. I think they're called brow line sunglasses, or I've done like the aviator style or whatever. And so I was at this flea market with my family, and um, my mom was like, "I just need really cheap sunglasses. I'm gonna go look at sunglasses." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I went with her, and my sister was there too. And my sister saw these sunglasses that I'm holding, which have almost a perfect circle, but then it kind of has like an ovular shape that's almost eggy, I guess, if you
They're
will. I
like
don't.
rounder aviators.
Sure, sure, yeah.
Like
And so,
rounder and smaller lens aviators.
but not like Harry Potter or like Beetle style circular, you know. So yeah, my sister saw those. She was like, "You need to put these on," and I didn't. She's like, "Those look really good on you," and I was like, "Excuse me, these are really ugly. Are you saying that I look good in ugly things?" And so I ended up buying these really cheap sunglasses solely because apparently they look good on me, but I don't think they look good at all.
Maybe
So
it'll be
now
on
we're
the
just gonna do
Instagram.
this.
You can do a poll.
It's whatever. I'm just not used to this type of shape of sunglasses, whatever, or
Sunglass.
glasses.
One
Period.
solo glass.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
basically became Cyclops.
Yeah. So like these are brow. Well, these aren't brow. These are I think technically square. And I'm just used to this type of frame style. Like I like these. Whatever. I don't know. What do I know? Nothing. And that's the whole point. I don't know anything. You don't know anything. He, she, it, wumbo, wumbology. You
Why
know,
is this a thing that is consistent in my life? Literally
wumbo.
before yes, literally before Becca and I went to start our road trip, we were in my parents' house and something happened and she goes, he, she, we, wumbo, and I was like, "What?"
Wumbo.
So, that's been a consistency for like 2 weeks now in my life apparently by two different people.
Okay.
I was like, "Are you still there? You just
Like,
stop talking."
wumbo.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
go away.
I don't know. Yeah. What else is up? I've
So
just
what?
been
Your scenery changed?
yeah. Well, my scenery always changes, because I'm never consistent. Um, yeah. So here I'm actually in one of the smaller large town, a larger small city. I don't know. I'm in Williamsport. I don't really care. Yeah, I'm in Williamsport today. I'm actually here in a hotel room because I'm interviewing all the places and I'm staying overnight. So here I am in a hotel, sitting on the ground instead of, the couch or the bed because the lighting was just so good here. Um, Actually, when I was talking to Erica about, was I talking to you about this? I don't know who I was talking to, but consistently, I've been just, a lot of the struggles I've had is with lighting because,
Yes.
we're not a audio only experience. And I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going to get these lights. And so here we are. and this is great lighting. So I might just need to rent out this hotel room every week until find good lighting elsewhere.
I feel like you have access to good lighting. It's just evading you right now.
America, explain. What do you mean?
Like, you probably have good lighting if you have a ring light or something. You have lighting probably at your mom's house, but it's probably put away somewhere.
Oh, no, I mean, I do have lights that allow for lighting, period. But in terms of like good, non dominating or whitewashing and grossing, lighting, that stuff you really get from natural light. And the thing is, the places where the natural light comes in are like really well are in like the bathroom. And I'm not going to sit on a toilet for an hour. And I mean, a lot of those spaces are public too. So, like I can't podcast in front of my stepdad. I guess I could, but that'd be weird. That would be really weird. So,
Please.
no.
Please, in the future,
Nope.
podcast from the
Mm-mm.
toilet.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I'll be in a hotel room next time that we record as well. So maybe I
Dope.
will in the hotel bathroom.
Yes. I will not podcast in my bathroom because it is tiny.
True.
And it doesn't have any type of natural light in it at all.
True. I mean, I guess those don't either, but the lighting's magnificent. They really want you to glow up in their bathrooms. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything like fantastic or phantasmic or insert something that's not sponsored by Disney or owned by Disney. Yeah, I'm just vibing. I've been hammocking a lot. That's a thing.
That's good.
Yeah, mainly because I have nothing else to do. Yeah. I've gone to Dunkin' every single morning this week because I've somehow found a way to get there. He says as he drinks his butter pecan cold brew.
You found a way to get there? You have a
Yeah.
car.
Well, I mean, like, I found an excuse to go. Like, oh, you need help moving out of your apartment, which then they ended up not moving out. I still ended up at Dunkin'. Oh, you need me to breathe? Okay, well then I'll just go to Dunkin'. You're right. You're
Oh
right.
my gosh.
Yep. So I've gone every single day. 100%. I don't know where this opinion lands on things, but Dunkin's seasonal flavors are their best flavors.
Okay.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
a coffee person, so you've known this. Okay. Or you just can pretend that you didn't know that.
I'm gone. Yep, I'm gone. No, well, butter pecan is or butter pecan wherever you're from. Better pecan, butter piquant. I don't know what else versions of pecan are there. Pecan, but butter pecan is like one of my favorite ice creams, and that flavor translates very well, which I'm sure has to do with Baskin Robbins and Dunkin' being under the same parent company. But oh, sweet baby Jesus.
No.
Oh, sorry, that was a missed opportunity for a callback. Oh, sweet baby Nick.
Sweet baby
This
Nick.
is just so good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. No. I'm glad that that's your favorite. It is not my favorite ice cream.
Thank you. I'm glad you care about. It's not my favorite ice cream. It's just one of my favorite ice creams.
Not even remotely in a top 50.
Who hurt you?
I don't like nuts like that.
That's what she said.
Sure. But I don't like nuts like that. Like, I'm not a walnut person. I like almonds. But I don't want to drink almonds consistently.
I thought you drink almond milk.
No, I drink oat milk.
Where's the nipple on an oat?
Where's the nipple on an almond?
I didn't ask for you to come back at me with
What about a coconut?
I'm sure coconuts have one somewhere.
What about the soy?
Get out of here.
Soy nipples, where are those at?
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Don't come at me with your nonsense.
No, get out of here with your nonsense.
I will bring it any day, all day.
And again,
No,
that's what she
you
said.
you keep that.
Hmm.
If you're gonna keep doing that's what she said. Let me know what the Urban Dictionary word of the day is.
Yeah, but it's your turn. Okay, well, for I guess we'll do that, and then you could tell us what's been up with you. Um, so today is a pipe hitter, which is a person with an outwardly dominant, masculine, or aggressive personality, but who also enthusiastically takes on the submissive or bottom role in the bedroom. So
Can you use that in a sentence?
yeah, so I'm tough, Mike. I never give an inch. I'm partial to taking a few, though. Ah, you're a real pipe hitter. There it is. There it
There it
is.
is. So is it only for masculine presenting identities? Or can it be feminine?
Well, it said outwardly very dominant, masculine, in even aggressive is the word, and then they are submissive or bottom in the bedroom.
Well, because like a woman can be dominant and aggressive.
I'm I don't
Like
I don't know what you want me to do.
dominance and aggression are not just like geared to specific genders.
I don't know what you want from me. I didn't
Okay,
write this.
you didn't. You're
We can
right.
you can do whatever you want. I mean, it does imply it says pipe hitter, so it does imply that you're
Like a
hitting the
dick,
pipe. You know what I mean?
like a whole dick.
Like a penis,
Yep. Okay.
like a pecan. What? Dunkin' Donuts, if you're ever listening to this, please sponsor.
Please sponsor so I can
I
talk
love you
about
so much.
pecans
I love you
in
so
a
much.
weird way.
Butter pecan, when you're submissive in the bedroom, but dominant to all your friends. Buttery
uh,
smooth, pecan
but
tasting.
oh, oh,
It's a nut joke. I don't know what you want from me.
oh, not that.
That sad. That's what she said.
That's what
I don't
she's.
want that from you. Get out of here. So, so what's up with you? You saw Mothman.
I saw Mothman. He's a lot shorter than I expected his statue to be. Um, like I thought his statue was going to be rather large, and it was. But if he was not on a pedestal, all right, 5-year-old man. If he was not on a pedestal, he would have been. I would have been taller than Mothman,
Gotcha.
and I'm 5'10". So
Can I be childish for a second?
I'm a tall lady. No,
Okay, well I'm going to anyway. So for an ASMR moment, just to make all of like the people that love iced coffee so much, I'm just gonna make it happen. There's the sound. All right, continue.
okay, thank you. So, but I saw Mothman. Went to the museum. Um, what else? What else was there? Oh, people get really excited about Mothman's butt, the statue's butt. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know. Like Becca and I literally watched a kid come up behind Mothman, the statue. I say it like when I refer to Mothman this entire time, it's going to be about the statue. But they come up behind him,
good.
and then this kid like shoved his finger in Mothman's crack,
Oh,
and then like swiped a card through it, and I was like, and like as I'm
that's not funny.
as I'm sitting there, I'm like, people are just violating this creature with no consent.
Sure,
So,
I guess so. Yeah.
yep. So that was a conversation that Becca and I had, and then what else? Oh, my dog. So we brought my dog. My dog is wild. She is the nicest lady. She's crazy. And so we were walking around after we spent some time with Mothman. We walked around, and there's this river that goes along that separate, like it literally separates West Virginia from Ohio. So we stayed in Ohio and drove across the river, or drove across the bridge to get into West
Yes.
Virginia. We
I'm
were
pretty
in,
sure that is the Monongahela.
sure. You looking it
Okay.
up?
I am because that's a fun word to say.
Okay, it's near Point Pleasant. So if it's that river,
Uh,
um,
it's,
but we literally drove in and out of West Virginia 4 times in one day. So
wow.
that was kind of funny. But we brought my dog over, and there's the river there, and then there's like a little path that you can walk along, and then they have a fort area that has some good history, and like we're walking along this path, and there are these similar to this, like how the Mothman statue is set up, are these statues um, about Native American history and like other things that have happened, and they're probably not 100% accurate because
Hmm.
we as America just decided to like whitewash and sugarcoat the things that happened in life.
Us? White people? Never.
What? Um, so it's probably not super accurate, but there were statues, and my dog, we passed like five. My dog,
Okay.
very chill about the first four. We hit a statue of a man named Daniel Boone, and she hated it. Hated it. She growled at it. She got all like
Aw.
puffy about it. She hated this statue. And I was like, I don't, she's never done that before. So that was mildly comedic. And then she tried to jump in the river, and I don't know if it's because she was hot or she was just feeling dangerous. She took a lot of risks. She was very risky on this trip. Um,
Hmm.
so after that, we went to, like, after we were done exploring Mothman, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, we drove up to Columbus, Ohio,
Hmm.
and Columbus is lovely. It's a lovely area. Um, we stayed in the most beautiful apartment that I was like, I would stay here forever. This is a beautiful apartment. It had a little terrace. It was adorable. I loved it. Apartment was amazing. What? You have giggles. Speak your
That's
giggles.
because I didn't think about it, and you know how you were like, well, it's the river that separates Ohio and West Virginia. You know, like the Ohio River. That would make sense. Uh-huh. 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 And also you could have it's either the Ohio River and it was the Kanawha River.
Good. You're doing great. Yep.
Kanawha River, which it that branches off from the Ohio River. So I'm gonna say it's the Kanawha River
Okay.
and just go with it.
It could be the Ohio River that you know.
You know, the Ohio River.
So
We don't need to
yes.
talk about it, okay?
Okay.
All right.
So we went up to Columbus, loved Columbus, wish we were there longer. We spent, we got there early so we could hang out. So we hung out in a park, and I played with my dog, and we became, I mean, he doesn't know it, but we became friends with this man who entered the park and then immediately took his shirt off and just set up shop to like tan and just hang out. And there were points in time, like he sat in a chair at one point in time, and then I thought like he was packing up his chair, and I was like, oh, he's leaving. Goodbye, shirtless man. No, no, he just wanted to lay on the ground. So we became friends with this man. We don't know him, but like he was our buddy. And then we went back
Like
to
you
the.
communicated with him?
Oh no, no, no,
Or,
no,
okay,
no.
his presence made you both go past acquaintanceship into friendship.
Yes. Well, because
Amazing.
like there were points and times where he would sit up and turn around, and he would look over at where we were, and it's probably because I have a husky and she's beautiful.
Hmm.
Um, so that's probably why. But still, I was like, hello.
We're enough friend. You know, I would probably equate that relationship to the type of friendship that you have with people when you're on long bits of highway or interstate road or whatever, and you
Yes.
guys travel for a long time, and you're like, "That's my buddy in the red Kia Sorrento. We're
Yep.
best friends."
Yep.
And
I
then when
literally.
they take the exit, and you're just like, is this how we break up?"
Yep. I literally did that on my drive back to New Jersey. I followed a tan car. I don't actually know what the make and model was.
Gotcha.
But I followed a tan car back, and I was like, oh, like I hope you make it,
You're like,
because
you're
we.
leaving me just like my dad did. All right.
Oh gosh.
Goodbye. No, no.
Oh gosh. Well, because we got separated at one point in time because we were trying to maneuver around slow moving vehicles, and I made it and he didn't, and I was like, oh, okay, goodbye. This is the end.
Yeah.
Um, so that's exactly the relationship we had with Shirtless Man in the park. Um, what else? What else? Oh, so yeah, so we went and we did that, and then I found the gym, and the gym was also very nice, but it was a process to find the gym, and while I was trying to find the gym, so I do kickboxing. I think we've talked about this. I do kickboxing, and I decided that if I was going to go on this vacation, that I was also going to like do things to stay, like to keep
To
at my
keep
fitness
kicking
level.
boxes.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
keep to keep just kicking all the boxes. To keep at my fitness level, because it took me until now to get to a good place where like I don't feel like I'm dying every time I'm in the middle of kickboxing, which is important.
Gotcha.
So I was like, let me find some gyms to do this stuff. So was trying to find the recreation center. And as I was doing this, I had left, and my dog, being the asshole that she is, peed on peed on a bed, but it wasn't my bed. It was the bed that Becca was sleeping in. And I was like, oh
Oh
no.
no.
So thank God we had an in-unit washer and dryer, so we could just take care of that. Um, and then we did that, and then we got ready, and we went and we made candle scents at, I think
Oh.
it's Candle Lab or something like that, where you can go and smell all the scents that they have, and then give a list of your like your favorites, and then a specialist, like the worker there, will go through the scents that you have and help you put things together that are going to smell good. So
Gotcha.
did that, and that was a great adventure. And she was like, all right, you can make your own labels. So as she's telling us that we can make our own labels, she's like, yeah, you can name them whatever you want. I personally recommend you put the scents that they are on them. I did. I put what scents they are on them so that I knew, but I also gave them funny, creative names that made me happy.
Okay.
So I have one that, like, one of the scents in the mixture is leather, and I was like, this smells like Bucky Barnes.
How
Yeah.
how do you make something smell like leather?
I don't know, but it smells delicious.
No, like leather.
Like leather. So yeah, so that
Listen,
was
every
my.
time I see leather, I lick it because it smells delicious. So I get
You
it.
you lick leather?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I
Alright, you
don't actually
weirdo.
like leather. You know, listen, there are weird. Well, first of all, this is not true at all. But second of all, there are weirder things in the world than someone just licking leather.
You lit liquor. You
They're
leather
just
liquor.
you're just like on a first date and it's been a while since you sat down and they just pull their wallet out of their pocket and just take a little lick and then put it back and just continue conversation. Like,
Ha!
oh, sorry, it was a quick little taste. It's like taking a mint, you know? It's one
Taking
done
a
and then
mint.
yeah.
Alright, so here, because
It smells like Bucky Barnes.
it smells like Bucky Barnes. That's in my head. That's what it smells like. But like, so going back to this date scenario. So like, say that you're on this date and this person is perfect to you, like perfect in every way. But they're only like the only downside is that they have to lick leather anytime they see it. Would you still be with them?
That's a deal breaker.
Are you serious?
Imagine trying to go furniture shopping. That's like just samples. That's
But
literally tying it back. Duncan, please sponsor us. That's like going to Baskin Robbins and being like, "Let me try all 31 flavors." You're just there for one. You know which one it is, but they have to lick every single one. No. And then if your car has leather seats,
but it
you
has
have
to
to
be
go through
real
the
leather.
process.
What if it's not? It's because half of that shit's not real.
No, well they don't know. They just see it. They have to taste it to know if it's real leather or fake leather.
No, that's that's
How are
not a
you
part
going to
of the
know?
caveat.
Well, I mean, I guess there's also a nice there's a nice piece about it. Like if you want to advance things, you just put leather on. You know?
There you go.
There you
So
go.
yeah, so that was my trip. It was very nice. I was glad it was much needed. I was very excited about it. I was sad that it ended on the drive on the drive back. Um, because we left from my parents' house. So on the drive back to my parents' house, I slept with garbage the night before. And so on the drive back, at one point in time, I had fallen asleep early on for like Becca was like, it was probably less than 5 minutes. But she said that she had looked over at me and then I just suddenly woke up and I was like, I think I passed out. And she was like, you did 100%. And then after that, I had fallen asleep again and I woke up and I was like, I'm so sorry. I am the least exciting passenger.
I mean,
So
you got to sleep.
so I just took naps. Tiny, tiny micro naps. So yeah, that was about it. It was cool. I'm very grateful that it happened. Um Trying to figure out what our next great adventure is gonna be. Yeah. And then I came back to work and was like, I don't know why I don't know what's going on. I don't know where I am. I have so many things to respond to. This is stupid.
Yes. Well, I will say, as someone that's in
Well,
interview mode, that we could totally hang out if the place that you work would finally just get back to me. But like, okay,
I know. I know.
they're they're butt face ninny muggins. So
Just those ninny muggins.
I know, get out of here with your
Your ninny
not
mug.
helpfulness and stupidity. It's unfair. It's
It is
unfair.
unfair. It's just
They'll be
disrespectful.
like, "Do you want to stay overnight?" And I'm like, "Maybe." I mean, realistically, I'm sure I could just stay with you and sleep on the couch right next to Jasper, who's gonna stare at me all night long, uncomfortable.
Right now, poor Jasper has a blanket over his head because I talk about losing power and my whole apartment being hot as shit. Did we
Yeah.
talk about that?
Let's go with no.
I lost power in my apartment and it was hot as shit, and I only lost it in my two bedrooms that have the most powerful air conditioners in them. So it was hot. It was so hot because it happened during the New Jersey heat wave. Sadness. Erica was sad. My
Yes, I
my
would also be
dog
sad.
is sniffing things, but she is specifically sniffing things behind my very tall money tree. So she just looks a little nuts right now. Anyway, it's kind of adorable, but she's also crazy. So I had lost power and I have a husky, so like it's not good for her to be as hot as she was. Do not climb on. What are you doing? You are too big for that. Okay. She put her little feet on my end table. She is too big for the end table that has all my plants. She cannot sit there. That is not where dogs go.
Aw, remember the first night I stayed at your place and I just literally elbowed all of your plants?
Yes.
You were like, "Please be careful of my plants," and I said, "Nope."
You said, F off, Erica. Boom.
I'm pretty sure I kicked one in or like I must have like not been paying attention while I was sleeping, and I just woke up and there was dirt on the ground, and I'm like, "All right, this is where we are. This is how it is."
Good. But yeah, so I lost heat, so I had to MacGyver some things so that I could get the cord from my bedrooms out to my living room because I had power out there. So I had to flip the blanket up because it hangs around the power source and I didn't want it to set on fire and just yes. So I didn't have heat for a period of time. I was very grumpy about it. I felt a lot of things. I raged and then I moved on.
Sounds
So yeah.
accurate.
Yeah, it's just utter rage and then moving forward. So yeah.
I'm not or I am surprised that I thought the story was going to be a little bit more. The maintenance people came in and they were freaked out by Jasper, so they threw a blanket over his head to not look at a skeleton as they're fixing air in the unit.
They were like, I can't look at this.
Because I probably would have done that.
I
No,
think
I don't think I touched someone's stuff like that, but I probably would try very hard to not go back there.
well, I think his head was already covered when they got in here, but there is definitely a wig on his lap.
There's just a lot of. It would just be very strange to go into someone's apartment and then, just oddities being around and then having to like move around those oddities and not, be freaked out. That's okay. You take a sip, you breathe. So while you're trying to do
I
whatever,
almost spit water out.
when I was on the phone with Eric, I think 2 days ago, I was walking around outside of my mom's house,
Oh my
and
god.
I was just like walking around, and on our porch. So we have multiple porches. There's like the front porch, and then in the backyard, there's the sunroom that's connected to the house, and that's how you get outside. There's a porch right off of the sunroom that has three entrances and exits, and it's like the fourth wall is the house, and then we have our pool and our pool deck that's like separated. So I was walking around our yard, and I was like going up and down around this larger porched in area, and at some point, I don't know what we were doing or what we were talking about. At that point in time, a lot of it was just job related stuff or job hunting related stuff, and I take
It was
one
my
step.
existential crisis. It was me talking about my creative existential crisis and being like, I'm sorry I
Oh,
sucked you into this.
oh, I thought that was at the beginning. Oh, well, at
I
some
think it
point,
carried on. Anyway,
we
yeah.
talked about a lot of things, and I don't know if I just only put my toes on the step or like, I don't know. I ended up slipping, and my phone like flies about, I would say, like 10 feet from me, and my hand slips. I don't know if I still have I have like a baby little cut right there. Um, my hand slipped and it went right across a planter box, and so it like scraped all that off. And I'm not sure if you heard the thud, but I felt the thud of my entire body hitting the deck, and I just hear my phone like consistently like skipping rock style, hopping on the porch. And I don't know if this is what you heard, just me going ow, 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 right to my phone to pick you up.
No, I
But
literally
I'm
heard, uh
Gotcha. Yes, that's probably true. That's probably exactly what I did.
I
Um,
literally heard that. And then you're like, I'm bleeding. And I was like, are you going to get angry because you hit something inanimate? And then you're like,
and I
I
have to
gotta
say yes,
go.
yes. I did not hit anything. All I did is just go, ouch, this sucks, ow. Probably a lot of cursing, and I just went in. But yeah, it was bleeding, and it was actually bleeding I would say like a lot for what it is. Like it's very much just a surface level like brushing, but like literally took the skin off. Um, and I'm just like, why is this like? No matter how much pressure I was putting on it, it was just too quick for me to release the pressure, and it would just start bleeding again. And I'm like, my mom, being a nurse, was like, "You need to keep putting pressure on." I'm like, "Mom, I've been pressing down for 2 minutes. This should have clotted by now." Like, come on, Karen.
No.
Yeah, it's fine. It was fine. We made it. Oh, continuation. For those who are know Pennsylvania, I was at Knoebels Amusement Resort yesterday with my nieces, my sister, and her fiance, but my nieces particularly, and children are gross and children's hands are gross because they touch everything, and
Yep.
like whenever we go somewhere, my nieces have to hold someone's hand, and so obviously they want to hold Uncle Cody's hand because he's the best, and Adrian with her grubby little grimy ass, gross ass, dirty hands goes like this with her. It's a little hand, and she goes like this, and she's touching all of my wound that was fresh off of the band-aid, and I'm just searing in pain, and I'm just like, ow. And I'm like, can we switch hands? And she's like, but I want to hold this one. And I'm like, I don't want you to hold this one because I'm in pain. So I wouldn't be surprised if it gets infected because of gross
Grubby,
five
gross
year
child
old,
hands.
no clue what. Like, I'm watching her hours later, like, eating ice cream, and she's like dipping her hands in the ice cream, and we're like, you eat with a spoon. And she's like, but I want to put my hand in it. Like, how many other things are you putting your hand in, child?
Toilets,
Ugh, gross.
other people's pants.
Yes, it's fine.
Yes.
Anyway,
Hooray.
So I have this thing that I found that I wanted to share, and
You have it?
it's a little meme that I found somewhere, and I'm just gonna read all of the dialogue in it.
Okay.
And I just wanted to share it with you, and I was like, I'm gonna save it for the podcast.
Okay.
So, if you bite it and you die, it's poisonous. If it bites you and you die, it's venomous. What if it bites me and it dies? Well, that means you're poisonous. Jesus Christ, Nate, learn to read. What if it bites itself and I die? It's voodoo. But but what if it bites me and someone else dies? That's correlation, not causation. What if we bite each other and neither of us die? That's kinky. Yep.
That's kinky. Okay.
Well, then it finishes with "Oh my god," but I wasn't gonna throw that in there.
Oh,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Um, I don't know what it is with memes and where you land with memes, but lately I've been getting back into the one with Bernie Sanders. That's like I'm once again asking for like those ones.
Yes.
So I've been talking to. So now that I'm back with my mom in like my localish hometown area, I've been reaching out to a lot of my friends who are still here, and I've been like trying to hang out with them, do some things, connect, catch up, that type of thing. And I have this friend group from, I think 4 or 5 summers ago, maybe even less, probably like 2 to 3 summers ago. I did a summer program and there was staff there, and so I was trying to connect with those staff members that are still here. And one I've been able to successfully get to, the other is just very bad at texting. So we're like, Kylie, come on, Kylie, like, come on.
Yes.
And so I finally just sent her the message of Bernie that says, I am once again asking for you to hang out with us, Kylie. And then she ended up doing it.
Oh, good.
I know. So sometimes all it takes is a meme.
And all it takes just
Yes.
communication through memes.
Yep.
They have that one. So we had a bear on one of our campuses, and
Oh.
and so Rutgers Reddit gets kind of wild. So when I first started here, they have a thing called King Neptune Night where it's basically all the dining halls have all you can eat seafood, and it's amazing, it's lovely, great, wonderful. The kids will sneak like lobsters and crabs, like pulled lobsters and crabs out of the dining hall. So on the campus that I'm on, they put a lobster in a tree, and then it kept getting taken down, so they kept putting more lobsters in the tree. And
That
then
sounds. It seems like a natural response to someone taking your lobster down is to put another one up. So
so as they're doing this, they also created signs, and they called him Lord Snip. And they
I
created
love it.
signs, and then they made a shrine, and then people would give donations to Lord Snip. And then they created their own organization called the Disciples of the Arboreal Crustacean. And we made it into Time magazine because of it.
I
So
think
like,
was I there? Did I see Lord Snip? I think I did.
no, did you?
I
I think
remember
I
you
told you
taking
where
me
the
to the
tree
tree and they had
was.
stuff. I think there was
There
stuff
was,
in it.
yeah. Lord Snip was taken away, but there was still stuff in it. So that was our lobster tree. So we had a lobster tree. And then the following semester, there was a rogue coyote, and Rutgers Reddit blew up about that. So this past summer, we had, or this summer, we had a bear on one of the other campuses, and Rutgers Reddit never seems to fail. And they actually had one that was, I took a screenshot of it because it made me laugh. And it's Bernie with a bare face that says, I am once again asking for a college education.
Okay.
And it just
Aw.
like unfolded from there. And I was like, this is nuts. It's just nuts. Freaking
um,
nuts.
I'm on the Time article, and the title is "It's just so absurd and ridiculous and perfect how a dead tree lobster is taking over a college campus."
Yes.
That's funny.
It is literally one of my favorite things. That's when I knew I was like, I like this place.
Yeah. One of
Students are a
the
little
one of the
wacky.
one of the chapter pieces of the article is the mystery of the disappearing lobster.
Yes. Yes.
Listen, poor Lord Snip.
Like people dressed up in a lobster costume. Like there was a person that dressed up in a lobster costume that they would have like worship nights for Lord Snip. It's just it's wild. There was a funny, I think there was another one, there was another meme that was like it was based off Avatar, but it was like what did it say? It was something along
Avatar, like James Cameron, or Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Last Airbender. It
Gotcha.
was like there was a time when the nation, or this is the time that the four nations come together, and it was it was the Bush campus geese, the Livingston campus coyote, the College Ave lobster tree, and the Cook Dug bear. And I was like, they're just again,
This,
Rutgers Reddit is a funny, it's a silly bitch.
yeah. I'm curious what the status of this lobster tree thing is. Like, is it going to continue? Is the what was it called? The disciples of the
So the
arboreal crustacean or whatever. Like, I'm
Mhm.
curious if that's going to keep going.
I am too because we haven't been open since it happened. Like it
Oh,
happened, and then we everything was online.
right. COVID just killing lobster dreams.
Sweet, sweet lobster dreams.
Ugh. Let's just go
Yeah.
buy some lobsters and and just put them in dreams
do you
everywhere.
ever do you ever just go to like seafood restaurants, specifically like Red Lobster, and look at the lobster tanks and then want to set them free?
Not particularly.
I do all the
Mainly
time.
because I don't go to places often that have live lobsters. But what I will say is I do vividly remember like 90s Walmart when they had the lobster tanks and
They
getting
did have lobster
absurdly
tanks.
happy looking at the lobsters in the lobster tanks.
They did
I
have lobster
probably
tanks.
felt those feels of like, let's take this one home without realizing what taking it home meant, you know?
There's another, speaking of memes and lobsters, that's just what we're talking about today, everybody. Memes and lobsters. Um there is a meme, and it's, I think, or it's like it's either a meme or it was a vine or something, but it's a lobster that has a wooden spoon in its one claw,
Hmm.
and there's like different writing about it. But that's the picture, and I love it.
I need to know what this is.
The lobster, the wooden lobster spoon. That's incorrect. Um,
Is it the dog fighting the lobster with a wooden spoon?
yes.
Yeah, you should. I was like, what do you say? Yeah, on Twitter, this person wrote, "It's a dog fighting a lobster over a wooden spoon. We're done." Closes Twitter, packs internet. I don't know what that means. I kind of love that. I don't know how I feel. I have so many dogs. This poor lobster would be overpowered with dogs with wooden spoons.
This is the best picture.
Aw. Can we So let's talk animal energy.
I was like,
So
can we
are
recreate that
you
with
the
Storm?
dog and I'm the lobster, or am I the dog and you're the lobster?
What if I'm the spoon?
Okay, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. So we need to that chapter's closed.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
So anyway, going back. So who's dog, who's lobster?
No, I thought we were done with that. Get out of
Oh.
here. No. No.
I thought we were just closing out the spoon portion. If you want to
So
talk
I
about
think the
inanimate objects, like who's the chair? Who's the wooden chair
Okay, well,
behind?
first, no, stop it. But what I will say now that I'm thinking about it is I would have to be the lobster because since I have the game You Got Crabs, I have the crab claw, the lobster claw or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. So I guess I would have to be. And since you have dog, you are dog.
There is an amazing video. of you poking me in the face with the lobster claw.
Yes. And so I guess realistically what I'm saying is to my
You've
fans,
you've got crabs.
yes. Are you are you saying that my fans have crabs?
I thought that's what you were implying.
We
That
have
you
11
you
people,
specifically.
which means that there's no perfect way for us to have the same amount of fans. So I guess we're just fighting over our 11.
One of the 11 has crabs.
I don't like that those odds because I feel like our one of our parents, actually your parents are the only ones that listen, so the odds are
I don't. My
there's a
parents don't even listen anymore.
Anita.
I know it's rude.
I need you to listen.
Yes.
I'll be here all week. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, so take us away.
I'm still trying to find. I thought I had a screenshot. So earlier, let me have this really brief rant. So earlier, I was on TikTok, and there was something that came up about like Norse mythology, and it was about the creatures in Norse mythology.
Mixology.
Just
The
Norse
creatures in
mixing.
Norse drinks with
No,
alcohol.
yes,
They just put
we could.
like gummy bears and gummy sharks and stuff like that in their drinks, and those are got it.
Well, like the Kraken,
Yes.
but there's one. So Fenrir is from Norse mythology,
Mm-hmm.
and I like raged a little bit because J.K. Rowling. So we J.K. Rowling is a menace. I said it. There it is.
Okay.
In multiple different ways. Um, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. So in Harry Potter, there is Fenrir Greyback, and I like have a specifically high standard of what werewolves look like. Fenrir Greyback looks like he was a swamp monster that crawled out of some grimy, greasy swamp land, and it makes me sad.
And he's
Fenrir
a
isn't,
werewolf?
and he's a werewolf. Fenrir is actually like a very large wolf creature that so his father is Loki because Norse mythology.
True.
Um and like so according to the myth, Fenrir is supposed to be able to devour the sun, and like in Ragnarok he's supposed to fight against Odin and be able to swallow Odin whole. And then like Odin hears about this, gets really paranoid. The pretty standard thing. Odin's son kills Fenrir. It's very sad. But Fenrir is like his whole goal in life is to cause fear.
Yeah.
He is this ginormous dog like wolf. Do you see that?
Yeah, I. Oh, do you have. Okay, I thought you were showing it. I was like, I'm looking it up. Well, what I will say, isn't this technically Warner Brothers' fault
Why?
for how it looks? Well, I guess for how Fenrir looks.
I would need to see what her description of him
Yeah,
is,
same.
because I know her description of Lupin's werewolf is also very sad. So like
Oh.
long story short, I have very specific standards of werewolves and got very upset. And I rage texted Courtney about it because I was like, this is garbage. They like did him dirty anyway. Fenrir deserves better. The
Yeah.
ultimate. Yes.
I mean, I'm looking at the photos, and I mean, he's
Not
definitely strange. He kind
not
of is
Fenrir
like.
Greyback, but like Fenrir, the Norse mythology deserves better. Deserves to have his name tied with better imagery.
Wait, I thought you said Fenrir is a kraken.
No, Fenrir is a giant wolf.
Okay, well then who's the kraken?
The Kraken is the Kraken. It's just a Norse creature.
So did I just miss something where we somehow translated from kraken to.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So what's the kraken's name?
I think it's just Kraken.
All right, you played me, and I feel played because something's not right here. Okay, well, whatever. Yes. So I see what you're saying, and
Yes.
yes. played, most definitely.
So those are my opinions because, like, in my world, those are in
You you need to do like editorial work where like you're just a journalist or whatever, and you're just like, and those are my opinions.
and just leave it at that.
Everyone needs to call up the Times and say, I got someone for you.
We now have a Urban Dictionary corner, and then we have a, well, those are my opinions
And
corner.
those are my opinions. Just get really like aggressive. Start adapting that New Jersey accent and just be like, and those are my opinions.
I don't know. I don't think
Take
I've
them or
picked
leave
up.
them.
Oh my.
Our pizza is better in New Jersey than any other state.
They do have good pizza here. They also will say that their bagels are better. I don't see
Listen,
the difference in bagels, but
I
I am uncultured.
and those are my opinions. And those are my opinions. I will say I've had pizza in New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania at many places, and I
Mhm.
genuinely am like, you can find good pizza anywhere. They're like, but it's in the water, and I'm like,
Isn't
you
all the
probably
water
shit in water. Like
similar?
I
Yeah.
don't like the genetic makeup of this water. Yes, sure, maybe it does have something to do with it, but I feel like everybody likes the water where they're from, if that makes sense. Like you've kind of grown up with that type of faucet water. I don't know. You know what I mean? Is that weird? I don't know what I'm saying.
I
Get
mean,
me out.
water is
And those are
different.
my
Okay.
opinions.
And those are my
And those are my
opinions.
opinions.
All right, you're the one that wraps us up. I don't know why you told me to wrap us up.
Yeah, with another thing. It's
Oh,
and we
oh,
talked about it.
my quick rant about Fenrir, because again, I'll end it with this. Those are my opinions, but the best werewolf that I have seen in cinema is from Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman.
Oh.
That is by far like chef's kiss masterpiece werewolf. Those are my opinions. That's it. Cody,
So where
take it
does
away.
no. Now I have a question. So where does the werewolves from Twilight land?
They're not even fucking werewolves. They are just men that
They're
turn into
dogs.
wolves. They're
Isn't
too
that a werewolf?
CGI. Yeah, they're too
Oh.
CGI, and I just don't like it.
I mean, it's better than Harry Potter's Fenrir,
Oh
where the
my
guy
gosh.
literally is like, think like the most recent iteration of the Hulk, where he's like half human, half Hulk. Like, that's kind of what Fenrir in
He's like a Dr. Jekyll,
Harry
Mr.
Potter looks
Hyde.
like. Right, like he's a half kind of
Yeah.
like just overly dog hairy man.
But he's also like greasy. Like he's greasy and wet looking.
I don't like that phrase, wet looking.
But he is. He looks
Yeah.
wet.
Why are you always wet? Get out of here. And those are my opinions. All right. Just inhale, exhale. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Wet looking. I'm gonna okay, completely irrelevant. I'm gonna see if wet looking is a phrase on Urban Dictionary.
I hope not. Oh no.
Well, so we couldn't find wet looking. Back to Urban Dictionary or try one of these: moist pooper, wet orange, wet Dennis, oral gina, wet smoker, doinky moist.
What is a wet orange?
Nope, we'll have to save that for next time.
Okay.
You look it up on your own. Thank you all so much for listening. If you're joining us over on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you pod, please be sure to leave us a like, a review, a star rating. Thank you. Hey, how's it going? Email all of those places and be like, this is the best thing that I've ever experienced ever. Don't do that. Just, rate, subscribe, tell your friends. And then if you're joining us on YouTube, go ahead and, shout out below what you like to see, what for us to do. If you think the glasses on glasses look is vibing, did I already say like, subscribe? I don't know what just do the thing. You know what to do. And if you don't do it, well then get out of here. And that's my opinion.
If you're one of the OG 11, let us know.
Yeah. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
That's a big wave. Just do across the street.